Go for it.
Simone, that was an absolutely incredible game and very emotional right towards the end. How are you feeling?
I feel exhausted. We're probably not as exhausted as the players, but just exhilarated, excited for the week ahead. Super proud of what they achieved in that game, because it wasn't looking good for a while, but yeah, just probably exhausted right at the moment.
You really demanded a lot of your players. You said, leave everything out on the court, we're going to do whatever it takes. Do you think that they gave you that?
Oh, definitely. I think they threw everything at it, and I think they backed themselves. I think connected. All you need to do is get one little look in, one ball or turnover, and I think that just helped spark them. It was exciting. It was exciting to watch.
What was that one ball and one turnover?
I can't remember. Okay. What it was, I think that there was. I can't even remember what it was, but it was we got a ball, and that's sort of one. It's only one hole, but then there's another one. It just and then with Kip backing yourself on the super shot, Kip just took it to another level in that last quarter, which was amazing. But you know, Swifts had been pretty amazing for 3 quarters, and much of the game we were struggling to hang on and stay in the contest, but they had the belief that they could do it, and they wanted to give it all in that last quarter.
Exhausting is the word, isn't it, Kate? You said, do you remember that ball that turned it around in the last quarter?
I don't actually remember. I said in there, I can't remember who got it or how we got it, but as Simone said, it was kind of, we knew it was just get a ball back, it's back to 8, get another ball back, it's back to 6, and you know, you start to get a few balls and you put pressure on the other side, and I just thought the way the girls hung in there, they fought right to the end, was incredible, so yeah. Happy with that.
It's hard to dissect that game right at this moment. You're going to go back and do your homework, of course. But what's your reactions to any of the things you need to tidy up for next week?
I think that we were quite lacked a bit of dynamic movement and punch and attack at times. I think when changing in the defensive structures, we didn't adapt well all the time. But we'll have a look at it. We've probably got our most recent or last game of the Rains was against Fever, so we need to have a look at that as well. But to take what we have to do out of this, because we're not up against a Fever, you don't get a second chance or a look, and they don't give you much chance. So we'll have a chat about it as a group, and the group will what they feel that they need. It's not always about what I think, it's what they feel that they need. It's a short week. How do we best utilise this week to feel best prepared for Saturday night? That's what it comes down to, is how do we be best prepared for Saturday night?
So your conversion of games was really good, Kate. It was approaching 100%. To what do you owe that?
I didn't know that. But yeah, we know against a team like Swifts, any opportunity that you get, you've got to score off it. They don't give you a whole lot of ball. But I think, we did speak about the importance of our wing defence, goal defence, and I think that really built in that last quarter. We're able to hit the transverse line. So we have to cherish every ball that we get, and we'll have to do the same next weekend.
A question to both of you. I mean, the obvious thing is now that you're in a grand final. When you hear that, what do you both feel?
I think that's what everybody was saying. We're in a grand final. We're in a grand final. We're in a grand final, because it's been a long, hard slog to get here. Obviously, it was a slower start to the season, and we were needed to win week in, week out. Every game was critical. So, and it's been 3 weeks in a row on the road. I think we're feeling the pinch from that a bit. So, I just super impressed with the way the girls have gone about it, and they've earned the right, well and truly earned the right to be competing in this grand final Saturday night.
Yeah, to be honest, it hasn't quite sunk in. As Simone said, it's kind of, we're there, but that game, just, the fight that we showed, I'm pretty exhausted right now, but it'll, we'll flip pretty quick to Fever and, make sure that we're really prepared and ready to go, and it's an exciting opportunity for us. So pretty amazing to think where we were in round 6. I think not many would have thought we were going to be playing in a grand final. So I'm so proud of what the girls have done over this period, and we get a shot now, which is so exciting.
Obviously, having been on the road, it must be nice to, get a home court advantage.
Yeah, for sure. I think, the grand final, was in Adelaide last year, and we went over to Perth a few years ago. So amazing that we get to have one at home and at Rod Laver Arena in front of our Melbourne Vixens fans. The last grand final that we won was in a hub, and we didn't get to share that with our Melbourne Vixens fans. So they've been with us this whole time. They've sold out John Cain Arena each week, and it's an amazing reward for them as well that we get to go home and we get the opportunity to hopefully go all the way.
It wasn't just about Kip upping her game in the last quarter. It was really about Sophie becoming very available. What instructions did you give to her that just flicked the switch and made her turn it on?
I don't think there was anything specific for Soph. She was just, Sophie's, I think when Kip lifts, they both lift, and the people around, like the people feeding the ball and giving
It's
the ball.
probably more us at the front that allows Sophie to be open.
Yeah.
We probably didn't have that dynamic movement
That's right.
that allowed her to.
Yeah, so it's the mid-court, Zara, I think Zara came back onto court and did a really good job. She opened it up for us. That helped Sophie. That helps Kip. And Kate, they were just letting it go as well, and we were much more definite and aggressive and punchy with our movement, so allowed us to let the ball go because we were a little bit hesitant earlier.
Also, Rudy Ellis had a good game, particularly towards the end. Although through the middle, Grace Norkie was getting on top of her, with some smarter holds than she's been showing. What did you tell Rudy to
Keep going.
keep plugging away?
But it's one of the toughest jobs, and she does it week in, week out. Last weekend it was Romelda. The week before it was Janelle. It is a really tough job, and there is no one single answer to how to win ball. And you have to be persistent, you have to be relentless, you have to be mentally tough and strong and in the contest. And she was. And there was that patch where balls were going in, and I was like, oh, here we go. But she had that mental capacity to get herself back into it, and when it counted, get the ball. And you have to be kind to yourself, even the defence end generally. You have to be kind to yourself because the balls go in, so you can't get hung up on the balls going in because it's happened. It can be, frustrating because it just gets piffed up. So you've got to be kind. You have to hang in there, be relentless, and stick at it.
Maybe this is a difficult question to answer when your coach is sitting right next to you, but a lot has been made about Simone's tenure ending the season, and was that?
Yeah, we do. But you know what? She gets one more game, and I'm proud of the girls for that. We get to go all the way and hopefully finish it off in the right way. But our focus is fully on beating Fever next weekend, and Simone will give us everything like she has all season and for the past 14 years, is it? But yeah, our focus is on Fever and how we can beat them, and that's a bonus if we can send her off in the right way.
Thanks, everyone.